House Leader, Fourth Party.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. It is, as always, a pleasure to be able to stand in this House and respond to a throne speech. Mr. Speaker, yesterday, the Premier went to downtown Vancouver to take selfies with our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Together, they're proposing to solve the home ownership crisis by siphoning off taxpayer money to subsidize developers and long-term rentals. The Premier's NDP government and Justin Trudeau's NDP Liberal government are proud to shell out public money to build housings for British Columbians who make as much as $190,000 per year. Mr. Speaker, that is 5 times Vancouver's median income. Make no mistake, this NDP Premier is asking British Columbians, no matter how much or little they earn, to give up the dream of home ownership. Together, thanks to the NDP and the BC United/Liberals, the housing market is so badly broken that this government is taking taxpayer money from workers and families to subsidize rental housing for wealthy people who earn as much as $190,000 per year. British Columbians did not vote for this kind of socialism when they voted for John Horgan, but that is precisely what they're getting from this Premier. The NDP Premier's message is clear in this throne speech. Work hard, do everything right, and you'll own nothing. In other words, don't worry, it'll be all right. Don't worry, be happy. Frankly, I find this kind of socialist thinking troubling and downright scary. The dream of home ownership for everyday working people must not be buried in British Columbia. We Conservatives want a BC future where you can build a future for your family, for your children, where the dream of owning a home is alive, not buried. In the next weeks and months, British Columbia's Conservatives will fight in the BC Legislative House to protect people's property rights, to protect their health rights, and protect taxpayers' rights. In short, we will fight for a future for everyday, hardworking British Columbians. As we approach an election year, and the election is upon us, we will put forward a plan to build a BC where people who work hard can always get ahead. Our message to everyday, hardworking British Columbians is simple. The NDP and the Liberals ran this province for 32 years, and the results are in, Mr. Speaker. British Columbians are paying more and more and getting less and less. They're paying more and they're getting less. For working people, for young families, and everyone else, things are worse than they've ever been. In my home community of Abbotsford, we see less in investment in transit and infrastructure. We have worse health care and longer wait times and chaos in our schools, Mr. Speaker. The polls have shown two things. One, British Columbians know that this socialist NDP government is failing on every issue. And two, BC's common sense Conservatives are on the rise and polling higher than ever before, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, change is coming to British Columbia come this election in 2024.